In the vast theater of the cosmos, some worlds carry the ghosts of civilizations long wiped out by forces beyond their control. Welcome back to Strangest Planets. This time, the wormhole ejects Sibyl and Steve onto a silent, abandoned planet, bathed in the harsh light of an unstable red giant star. From orbit, it looked empty. On the surface, it became something far more haunting. They land in the middle of a vast, eerie city. Every structure is built on enormous towers, the height of skyscrapers. Hanging from these colossal pillars like strange metallic fruit are thousands of tiny apartment pods, each one no larger than a small car. The doorways, windows, and furniture inside are all miniature, clearly designed for beings much smaller than humans. Scattered artifacts tell the story. Discarded exoskeletons, fragments of hardened wings, and long, powerful hind legs built for jumping. The former inhabitants were insectoids, hopper-like creatures that once leaped between these hanging homes in great bounds. Sibyl and Steve explore the empty towers in uneasy silence. The city feels frozen in time, as if its people vanished overnight. Then the star rises higher. The radiation levels spike dramatically. Their nano-suits begin to overheat and glow with warnings. The heat becomes unbearable. Even their advanced suits can't protect them for long. They are forced to flee underground, discovering an extensive tunnel network beneath the city. These tunnels were not built by the insectoids. The architecture is completely different, rounded, soft-edged, and burrowed with care. They belonged to an earlier civilization, gentle, bunny-like aliens who once called this world home. Evidence suggests the insectoid hoppers arrived as invaders, wiped out the original inhabitants, and claimed the surface for themselves. Now, both civilizations are gone. As Sibyl and Steve push deeper into the dimly lit tunnels, a sudden collapse separates them. Steve falls through a crumbling floor into a deep pit, becoming trapped on a narrow ledge above a seemingly bottomless drop. He shouts for help, but his voice echoes uselessly into the darkness. Sibyl finds him anyway. When Steve asks how she knew exactly where he was, Sibyl finally reveals a secret she's been carrying since their earlier missions. Ever since they encountered the Augard, she has developed the ability to read minds. She can hear thoughts as clearly as spoken words. That was how she located him, and that was also why she shot him back on Farda. She had read his mind and realized he was never going to leave that paradise willingly. She had no choice if she wanted to save him. Steve is stunned. He asks her what General Race truly thinks of him. Sibyl hesitates, then claims she cannot read Rice's mind, that his thoughts are blocked by an unusually thick mental wall. But she is lying. Before they can process this revelation, an urgent message crackles through from their mothership. The red giant star is becoming unstable. It is swelling rapidly and on the verge of exploding. They have minutes to escape. Sibyl pulls Steve out of the pit and they race through the tunnels, hearts pounding as the ground begins to shake. They burst back onto the surface just as the radiation spikes to lethal levels. Sprinting across the abandoned city, they reach their lander and blast off into orbit, moments before the star begins its catastrophic expansion. But their relief is short-lived. In orbit, their lander is suddenly caught in a powerful tractor beam. They are pulled toward a massive, ornate vessel belonging to Merga, a self-proclaimed ruler of the universe. Merga is a Teflon, an alien with shimmering golden skin, completely hairless, a wide, bulbous head, and a sharply pointed chin. He is paranoid, theatrical, and clearly unstable. Merga greets them with grand gestures, claiming he will escort them safely. But Sibyl reads his mind instantly. He has no intention of helping them. He plans to lure them to his home planet under false pretenses, then sell them to wealthy alien collectors as exotic specimens. Using the element of surprise from her mind reading, Sibyl and Steve execute a daring escape. They override the tractor beam controls, break free from Merga's ship, and barely avoid his pursuing fighters as they race back toward the wormhole. Behind them, the red giant finally detonates in a brilliant flash, consuming the entire planet of the Hoppers in stellar fire. Another world erased from existence. Back at the station, General Rice receives yet another chaotic report, another narrow escape, another lost world, and growing questions about what Cybele is truly capable of. The planet of the Hoppers now joins the list of strange and tragic discoveries. A world where insect invaders replaced gentle burrowers, only to be driven away by their own sun's fury. A place where tiny hanging cities tell stories of lives lived in great leaps, now reduced to silent ruins. Some planets are abandoned by choice, others are abandoned by catastrophe. What would you do if you could suddenly read minds during dangerous missions across the stars? And how would you feel knowing your own commander might be hiding dark thoughts you cannot reach? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to know what happens next with Cybele, Steve, the assist eggs, and the growing tension with General Rice, subscribe and hit the bell. The strangest planets are still out there, and some of them are running out of time. This has been Strangest Planets. See you on the next world.